If you want your dog to know how to walk right next to you, to be focused, to be in sync with you, without pulling or without getting distracted, stick around because today we're going to show you how to train the most practical heel for the real world. This is Wallace. He's a Malinois German Shepherd mix, and he is in training with me. I'm Zach George. Yes! This is the Dog Training Revolution. Click thumbs up and subscribe to learn everything about dog training and more. A practical heel really is about teamwork and communication. The goal is keeping your dog safe, comfortable, and confident, especially in more challenging environments. Think of it as an approach to use when you're in really busy areas or if you're passing some tricky spots. I've used it on really steep mountainsides when doing hiking before. I've done it in busy street situations. You'll be amazed at the different times that the need for heel arises throughout your dog's life. But it's not something you want to use all of the time because it's a bit unnatural for a dog to do it for prolonged periods. A traditional heel is on the left side, but these days it makes a lot more sense to teach an ambidextrous heel. I find that I default to a right heel when I need to use it. When I'm on pedestrian paths, I'm often walking on the right side. So being a barrier between my dog and other people and animals and other situations on the other side makes more sense for me. So there's a couple of ways that I try and experiment with each dog to get them to come over here to my right side. We've been casually working on luring him into position next to me. That's not exactly the heel position. How am I going to get from that to here facing you? Do some experimenting to see how you can kind of get your dog to spin into place by luring them and get their neck to align with your leg. So see, there it is. Yes, it's not bad. I'm going to reward it because it's an effort. And you can see he's looking at this dog here. So I'm going to be understanding of that. Let him take it in. Wallace has a habit of sitting a lot because that's been heavily reinforced for him. I'm going to try and encourage him to remain standing while we're doing a heel unless I ask for a sit. If you want to see how we taught him stand, check the description. Okay. Yes. I'm going to try and mark him when he's standing. Attention. Yes. Ah, there we go. I tried to save that butt from sitting there. Yes. I love the stand stay here. Here. Yes. Not a perfect heel, but getting there. Okay. And so as the dog is approaching me, I might cheat a step forward there to make it a little bit easier for them to line up and help them understand what we're going for here. We are dealing with distractions. Here. Okay. Watch this. Yes! Did you see that? There's something about that momentum.
Using momentum to guide your dog into position really leverages their natural movements, which can make it easier for them to learn and replicate these in the future.
Okay. Want to release him there because that was a good success. And when I'm done doing heel, I'm going to clearly release him. I'll choose to say, okay, but use whatever words you want. And that lets him know that he can go back to walking normally. Yes! So I like that he's standing in front of me. Now, the idea is to see if we can get him to spin around. Here, I'm gonna move it a little bit with him. Yes, yeah, the movement really does seem to help with him. So kind of walking back, this is what I mean. Every dog is different.
Where you deliver the reward matters more than you might think. Rewarding at the correct spot is going to encourage your dog to naturally maintain that ideal heel position.
See that? Right at the seam of my pants there. Yes, I like how he's standing. Yes! Did you see what happened? I took a step forward. Didn't release him there. Some people would correct this. I don't believe in doing that. I believe in letting him observe these things. And when he gives me his attention voluntarily, or I inspire him to give me his attention, then we can resume. But it's important to let dogs opt out as well, or else you risk really creating unnecessary frustration, which will hold you back. Yes.
Allowing your dog to opt out is going to help you build trust and keep your training sessions positive. Dogs who are given autonomy like this and rewarded for choosing to re-engage with you on their own are going to be more focused. They're going to be more motivated and cooperative in the long run.
As long as he's remaining in that position, whether still or moving, at first, I'm going to let him know I love that frequently. I'm not asking for this extended heel at this point. Huh, what do you think he's saying? Look, your learner or your dog determines what's reinforcing. When a dog does this during the middle of a heel session, I'm not going to ignore that and say, continue taking treats. I'm gonna use this. So let's go, buddy. I mean, look at the instant change in his body language as well. He likes the food, but do you see he's a little more eager right now?
So this is a great chance to show you how things look a little different when we switch up to rewarding with play.
You gotta be a little quicker
This kind of eagerness is exactly what you want to see when you're working with your dog. Just take a minute to work through that initial awkwardness when they're extra excited like this.
Left heel, yes.
Now, I want to use a Frisbee as a lure to help Wallace get back into the heel position. And you can see that at first he thinks I want him to do a come around. That's part of our fetch game. You know what? That's okay. Because watch how quickly we're able to clear up that confusion.
This way, yes.
Wallace clearly understands that we're going to use the Frisbee as a reinforcer here. So I'm going to try to fine-tune his movements.
Luring him with it isn't quite as delicate as with the food. So for this session, I'm going to keep the Frisbee out of sight for a second.
By using my own body language to signal or encourage him, and then reward with that thing that he loves so much.
Yes!
The Frisbee.
And you can see how even in this training session, I'm able to reduce the frequency of those rewards as he starts to get what we're going for. When I'm looking up at my head, not the Frisbee.
As your dog is really grasping this concept, you can get more picky about exactly where you want that heel position to be.
See how his eyes lit up when I said yes? Just keep upping the criteria a little bit as your dog is making progress. Remember, small steps equals the fastest success. See, he's getting a little wonky over here, so I want to make sure that I encourage him to be a little closer like that. There's our first turn. Look at that. Yes. And you can see this is just as good as a treat, if not more to him actually right now. Heel. Yes, I'm starting to say heel now as he's being more reliable. Heel. Good. Yes. Just walk forward there to get him into the stand because he's really dialed in right now. He got a little ahead. I didn't say no or correct him. This is what I'm doing instead. Getting him back in position. Waiting for eye contact. Yes. He's getting smooth at the handoff. Waiting for the eye contact. Yes. I'm really rewarding him back here to try and keep him from getting too ahead of me. So I'm getting him in the habit of looking right there. Yes. Essentially in the middle of my thigh. But really, it's just a bit of a dance with your dog. Good. Whenever you hit a point where one of you is struggling, just make it easier for your dog or yourself. Yes. You'll get there. Good. Come on. Easy. Yes. Little ahead, but that's pretty good for a first heel training session. Let's talk about a real world application. A heel in the real world is something we use strategically, not as our default. So as we practice in more populated areas moving forward, I'm going to be asking for that heel periodically. Easy homework is to see if you can get your dog looking at you while they're on one side of you. And if you can get them to do that while moving, good work.
Like us, when our dogs eat better, they feel better. They behave better too. This stuff is incredible. Pupford has finally made raw dog food that's not only simple, but safe for our dogs. Pupford uses a kill step. So this is an FDA-approved non-thermal way to eliminate harmful pathogens, and that's without sacrificing the nutrition that our dogs need. Genius. This is such high-quality dog food that you can use it as a top-notch food currency for your dog when you're teaching or training them. Obviously, real high-quality protein is going to be your first primary ingredient. It's packed with superfoods, no fillers, no junk. So that means better energy, better digestion, a shinier coat. I mean, all the things you're looking for in a high-quality dog food are right here. Thank goodness, Pupford has invented good dog food. Your dog's gonna love this. I'll have links below, and let me know what you think of it too.
Can your dog do a heel? Yes or no? Tell me below. If you enjoyed this, click thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. Follow us on social, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Check out my books. I'll have links below.